This video will show you how to set up your drill correctly every time. Installing the drill bits. Before disassembling or disconnecting parts of the unit, shut off the air supply, disconnect the air hose, and remove pressure from the system by opening the power lever to the on position. Make sure the chuck size of the drill bits match the chuck size of the drill, listed on the side of the drill motor. Also be sure you have the correct bit guide bushing to match the bit you will be using. To install the bit, first loosen the swivel bolt until you can swing it out and away from the lower bit guide. You can use the wrench provided on the side of the control panel. Then open the retainer latch on the drill motor. Place the bit into the chuck and close the latch. Place the proper bushing into the bit guide, 1/2 in the upper bit guide and 1/2 in the lower bit guide. Close the bit guide, swing the swivel bolt back into the bit guide, and tighten. Repeat this step for each drill system. You may now have to adjust the return stop rod so that the end clears the bit guide. To do this, loosen the stop rod nuts, move the stop rod where you want it, then retighten the nuts. If you are using a 2-piece H-thread bit, you may also have to adjust the guide plates or the guide wheels. Adjusting the height of the drill systems. You can adjust the height of the drill systems by first loosening the 2 1/2" by 4" bolts and the 2 1/2" by 1.5" bolts at the base of the mast. Then, use a 1 3/8" wrench, preferably a socket wrench, to turn either of the nuts at the top of the mast to adjust the height. As soon as you're done, retighten the 4 bolts at the base. Next, you will need to attach the air hose. Before attaching it, blow the air out and make sure the drill is off before letting air in. The 210B2 SRA comes with a 1 1/4" ID hose. If you add additional hose, do not use hose that is smaller in diameter. It's important to remember that the air compressor must maintain 120 psi while all drills are drilling. Moving and positioning the drill. To move the unit, first connect the air hose and set the brake to the off position. The brake switch only works when the air compressor is connected to the unit and the air is turned on. The brake can be placed in the locked position by removing the cotter pin and placing the brake assembly in the wheel sprocket. Use the steering wheel and manually push to position the drill unit. Make sure to use the steering wheel and handles and not the unit itself, as the heavy weight could cause back strain if improperly lifted. Position the drill unit to the edge of the slab so that the 2 wheels are parallel to the edge of the concrete slab. To level the drill system, you need to first confirm the angle required. The system should be set parallel to the top of the concrete slab you're drilling into. First, loosen the 2 1/2" bolts on the auto adjust outside slide. Turn the nut on the all thread coming out of the bottom of the auto aligned screw jack assembly to change the angle of the drill system. Then, retighten the 2 1/2" bolts. This adjustment will be required anytime you have been drilling horizontal holes and want to adjust to drill straight vertical holes or vice versa. To adjust drill spacing, slide a drill system one way or the other by first loosening the 5" frame clamps on each end of the feed bar. Then loosen all 4 1/2" lock nuts on each frame clamp until you can slide the feed bar. To get proper spacing, measure from one side of the feed bar to the same place on the adjacent feed bar. Be sure to measure from both ends of the bar to ensure the systems are parallel to each other. Then retighten all frame clamps. To adjust the drill for horizontal drilling and to adjust the drill depth, make sure all other adjustments have been made and the air supply is connected to the drill before you maneuver the drill to the edge of the concrete slab. Be sure to keep hands away from the carriage assembly and the raise and lower cylinder, as the moving parts of the frame could cause serious injury. Unlock the red safety latch on the raise and lower cylinder and all of the individual carriage locks. Make sure everyone is clear of the drill unit, then move the raise and lower valve into the lower position to adjust the unit to the horizontal position. Now place the auto-align switch to the down position. If the 6" stop rods are not touching the surface of the concrete, place the switch to the up position and move the drill until they do. Then place the feed lever to the in position, and the drill will move forward until the bits are touching the concrete slab. Measure the distance from the head of the stop rods to the rubber stop pads. If this is not the required drill distance, loosen the stop rod nuts and move the rod the desired distance from the stop pad before retightening the nuts. Repeat this step for the other drill. After you drill a set of holes, measure the actual holes drilled to confirm proper drill depth. You may have to make a small adjustment. To adjust the feed pressure, first place the feed control valve into the in position. Then check the gauge on the control panel, which should be set to approximately 20 psi. The pressure can be adjusted by lifting the regulator knob and turning it clockwise to increase the feed pressure and turning it counterclockwise to decrease the feed pressure. When you're done, push the knob down until it clicks. Before continuing, make sure to put on eye protection, ear protection, and a dust protection mask to protect from flying debris, loud noise, and concrete dust. You are now ready to start drilling. Check your operating manual for information on more technical aspects of the drill or visit the EZ-Drill website.